In a small town just outside Chicago, the Sacred Haven shelter sat wedged between two abandoned lots and an old laundromat that hadn't worked right since '94. Winters there didn't care if you had somewhere warm to sleep. The wind off Lake Michigan could cut through brick and bone alike. That's where Anna Murphy spent her nights, not in a cot, but in the tiny office by the front door. She was 29, brown hair tied up, sleeves rolled to her elbows, always wearing the same faded hoodie that smelled faintly of lavender dryer sheets and the industrial soap they used in the shelter's laundry room. To the residents, she was Miss Anna, the volunteer with the gentle voice and the hot coffee who'd sit up with you through the tremors and the tears. No one knew why she was there so often. She wasn't paid. She'd work a 10-hour shift at the city hospital, then show up at Sacred Haven bringing bags of donated blankets, spare pairs of socks, fresh notebooks for kids who never stayed in one place long enough to finish a semester. When the cots were full, she'd give up her office chair, curl up on the cold linoleum floor, and sleep with one ear open for the sound of trouble. There were regulars, of course. The old Vietnam vet they called Red, whose real name nobody remembered. The single mom, Carla, with two kids who liked to braid Anna's hair while she typed up food orders. The ex-con named Big Will, who always said, "God bless," before he snuck out to smoke behind the dumpster. Anna knew them all. She knew their stories, at least the parts they would share. She listened more than she talked. One night, when the wind rattled the old storm windows so hard it felt like the building might break apart, Red leaned over to her while she poured him soup. "Why are you really here, Anna?" he rasped. His breath smelled like stale coffee and cough drops. She smiled and shrugged. "Same reason as you, Red." Red squinted. "I'm here 'cause I ain't got nowhere else. You got that nurse's badge, that nice coat. You got places to be." She didn't answer. She just squeezed his hand. A week later, Red didn't show up for his coffee. They found him near the train tracks, blanket pulled up to his chin, eyes closed like he was finally warm enough to sleep. Anna took it hard. The other volunteers tried to pull her back to the hospital, to her warm apartment, to her life, but she kept coming, kept mopping the floors, kept fixing the rickety lock on the back door. Then, one night, Big Will came back from his smoke break with something in his hand. "Found this by Red's bunk," he said, passing it to her. It was a letter, yellowed paper, handwriting careful but shaky. "Miss Anna, if you're reading this, I reckon I'm gone. Don't feel bad for me. I seen more years than I deserved. You gave me more warm nights than I ever paid for. There's something you should know. I know about the letter you keep in your coat, the one you read when you think nobody sees. I seen it once when you fell asleep by the heater, the corner sticking out. I figure it's from him, your brother, right? I know his kind. I was him once. Came back different. Came back carrying things nobody else could see. Whatever that letter says, stop feeling guilty. You do right by us. That's how you make it right by him. That's how you rest. Don't keep freezing your bones off for ghosts, kid. Thanks for the soup, for the socks, for listening to an old fool's stories. Red." Big Will didn't ask what it meant, but after he walked away, Anna sat down on the edge of an empty bunk, pulled her coat tight, and took out her letter. It was folded so many times, the paper had worn thin. The ink was faint, just a few lines scribbled in the desert dust by her brother Liam 12 years earlier. He'd been a Marine in Iraq, younger than her by 2 years. He never made it home. All they found on him was a photo, her high school graduation picture, and this scrap of paper. "Tell Anna I'm okay. Tell her to keep helping people. Tell her to keep laughing. She laughs like Mom." Anna hadn't laughed like her mom in a long time, but she had helped people. Every blanket, every cup of coffee, every time she sat on the floor with Red or Carla or Big Will, she was doing exactly what her brother asked. A local news crew came around after Red died. Wanted to talk about the Angel of Sacred Haven. She smiled politely and handed them a list of things they could bring instead. Batteries, warm socks, women's sanitary products. They never ran the story. Didn't matter. Anna kept coming back. Years later, Sacred Haven was torn down. Funding cuts. Urban renewal. On the last night, Anna stood in the empty common room, staring at the corner where Red used to snore so loud she could hear it from the office. In her pocket, the letter, soft from being read and reread. She didn't need to open it anymore. She knew it by heart. When she walked out for the last time, Big Will, who'd gotten clean, got himself a janitor job at the VA hospital, waited by the curb. "You done freezing your bones off?" he asked. She smiled, and for the first time in years, the laugh came out easy, bright, just like her mom's. They say Sacred Haven is gone now, just an empty lot. But if you drive by at night in December, there's always a folded blanket tucked under the old signpost, a note pinned to it. "Keep warm, keep laughing." No name, just her brother's words. Some people serve in uniform, some come home and find new ways to fight. Some never stop listening for the people no one sees. Anna never did.